I'm Johnny Roque. Here's some news. Fuck the police. You're not gonna hear that on Good Morning America. Wait, there's more. The full sentence is, fuck the police keep killing people. I only say the first part because the second part is so sad. And everyone has said the first part, fuck the police. It's either you said it in a song, or you're like, fuck the police gave me a ticket, or fuck the police are here, or fuck the police. I love this band. I know it's not all cops, but this isn't a contest, so I'm not keeping a score. And when I say fuck the police, there's always those people who are like, well, when you need someone, who are you gonna call? I'm like, the police, because that's their job. And calling the cops doesn't always work out. Like in Virginia, Pastor Leon Mccray Sr. called the cops on trespassers on his property that are trying to dump a refrigerator. He's black. The trespassers were white. And when he called the cops, he brought out a gun just to defend himself. The cops showed up, and guess who got arrested? And it's not because it was a miscommunication of events. What happened was a black guy was seen on property where there were multiple white people, and the black guy got arrested. This is embarrassing as hell for somebody who follows the laws and does everything correct. The sheriff apologized. He dropped the charge for brandishing a weapon on the pastor, and those 5 people are now facing hate crimes. But what about the guy who arrested the pastor? What's going to happen to him? That's still a negligence on his side. On March 13th, police in Louisville, Kentucky used a no-knock warrant while in plain clothes to break into Breonna Taylor's apartment where her and her boyfriend laid sleeping. Once they heard the breaking in, he brought out his gun and he fired out thinking they were intruders. The cops fired back, landing 2 shots in him and 8 shots in Breonna Taylor. She's dead now. She was an EMT. She's a good person. And then nothing happened to the cops. 1 cop got fired. That's due to negligence because they felt that he used his firearm irresponsibly because there was neighbors that could have been shot. What about the woman that actually died? The other 2 officers, nothing happened to them. They just got reassigned. That's why people are calling for justice for Breonna Taylor, because there was no consequences for killing an innocent person. The officers that conducted the no-knock search warrant weren't wearing body cams. So there's an information to back up what the cops are saying, because we all just have to take their word for it. And body cams seem to be very important, but that's something that a lot of police officers are lacking. In Guardado, California, Andres Guardado, 18 years old, was a security guard working in an auto body shop. He picked up the second job because his dad couldn't work any longer due to COVID. Once he was shot, the police took all the cameras. The cops said that when they showed up, he started running away and that he had a gun on him. The sheriffs that arrived didn't have cameras. Apparently, they don't have cameras in their department. They've been using their money on everything else but body cams. Everything has a camera on it. My phone has a camera. My car has a camera. The teddy bear that my sister keeps in her kid's room has a camera. Everything has a camera on it. Like in Aurora, Colorado, Elijah McClain, 23 years old. The cops that arrested him had body cameras. He was on his way home from the store. Someone called in saying a guy wearing masks is acting weird. And the cops showed up. They thought they were doing their job and they just used as much force as they wanted on this 140-pound kid. He said, I couldn't breathe. He was saying, I forgive you. He was saying, I'm a good kid. I don't even do these things. He was throwing up. One of the cops threatened to release his dog on him if he didn't calm down. And when the EMTs showed up, the cops told them that he was on something. They told him to shoot him up with ketamine because that was going to sedate a kid that was already passed out on the floor. That happened last year. It wasn't reopened until recently. And now the body cam is barely being shown. So body cams, what does it matter? So that everyone can have some take-home footage of the horrible atrocity they did that one day? Fuck the police. It's not their fault. It's not, they're hiring themselves? No, it's the captains, it's the mayors, it's the judges, it's the district attorneys. Fuck those guys. Those guys are the ones who are not prosecuting any of these people. Those guys are the ones that when incidents reports are coming in, they're not really looking into them. That's why it's so hard to be like, oh, well, there's good cops and there's bad cops. Nah, not at the moment. We're not really trying to judge the good cops and bad cops. We're fucking just trying to judge all cops on one level so that the bad cops and the good cops are all just good cops. I'm Johnny Roque. Thank you very much for watching. Here's some news. If you like me, remember to like, subscribe, share. If you really, really like me, please just donate to the people I mentioned. I put links in my description or go to my YouTube page. There's links there. Thank you so much for watching.